Hey Pisces, welcome to September 2019. Now this is an important month for you. You're having your full moon. We get one new moon a year and one full moon a year. And this one is going to be having you look at your relationships. And I'm talking all relationships, not just your partner, the people you work with, maybe your clients, your customers, your patients, your friends. And this is the time to really look at what's working for you and not working anymore. Because you're building a new foundation in relationships. So for each one of you, you're on your own unique path. So the question is the same for all of you, but it's going to mean something different for each one of you. What do you want from your relationships? And this is going to create a huge shift in how you live your life. Now take your time with this. This is important that you reflect on what's happening with you this month. We have a big focus in Virgo the first 3 weeks of the month. The Sun is in Virgo. Mars is in Virgo. Venus and Mercury are coupled together in Virgo. And what's really important here is if you find that other people are giving you unsolicited advice, listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts. If anybody's criticizing you, shut them down. If someone's giving you helpful support, listen. Criticism, don't listen. Helpful support, listen. And so, because you know how some people just like go on and on like they know what they're talking about and they don't at all. So you don't need to listen to anyone that is criticizing you or what you're doing. You don't need it. And you're going to have, tremendous insight in here this month. Right at the beginning, the Sun will couple with Mercury on the 3rd. Make sure you're listening that day, because that's when the universe can be communicating to you how to navigate relationships. What's the best course of action for you? And what do you want from your relationship? And what do you want in all of your relationships? Venus is going to oppose Neptune on the 4th, so that can be confusing. So you could, one day you could feel this way, the next day you could feel another way. It's okay. Take your time. You don't have to make any major decisions right now. There's no need for major action. It really is a time for you to reflect and think about what it is you want, rather than, I need to get this all done. You don't. No. Now, the Sun will trine Saturn on the 6th, and this is very good because that's a very supportive energy and encouraging for you to achieve your goals. And Saturn goes direct on the 18th, so you can start seeing those goals come to fruition now with Saturn moving forward. And also with Saturn there, is if there has been anybody difficult to deal with, as far as friends, colleagues, this is a time to build a new foundation and let go of what's not working. And the Sun is opposing Neptune on the 10th as well. So this is all in your full moon. However, Pluto is trining the Sun and sextile the moon. Opportunity. So the moon and Neptune are coupled together in Pisces, and they're opposing the Sun in Virgo. And that's where you can be doing the what ifs. Now, if you're what ifing, what if zebras jump on my head? That will exhaust you. So don't do the what ifs. Respect your decisions, because you can handle the consequences of those decisions. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself going back and forth, and that's the crazy making. Whenever we do that, it's not balancing. It doesn't ground you. And it's kind of an overdose of energy in here this month because the Jupiter-Neptune is in here too. Jupiter has been squaring Neptune. They've been duking it out all year. They first went at it in January, when exact January 13th, then in June, when exact June 16th, and now it goes exact September 21st. It's sitting right in the Pisces full moon on the 13th and the 14th, and the Libra new moon on the 28th. So this is a very interesting full moon. Now Pluto is in harmony with both lights, the moon and the sun. And Pluto can laser beam in on what you need to be doing. He can just cut through all the baloney, all the exaggeration, disinformation, foggy thinking, forgetfulness, and show you the truth and empower you to be efficient and effective. The important thing to do is to trust your instincts and trust your intuition. What's kind of interesting about this is, with Jupiter and Neptune like this, it does create deception and betrayal. And Friday the 13th was based on the betrayal of the Catholic Church and the King of France and the Knights. So it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, that Friday the 13th. The good news is Pluto is in harmony here with both lights. And so if you trust in your intuition, and the body is the messenger, like my body will just reveal to me if something's not right, if something isn't what it's supposed to be. And if you trust in your instincts, then you're going to be very empowered with your full moon. Because Pluto is giving you the power. But it is about trusting yourself and respecting your own decisions and knowing that you can handle whatever you choose, because there's a lot going on in the area of relationships for you this month. And it's kind of interesting because we have this Pisces full moon on the 14th, and then Mercury enters Libra right after the full moon on the 14th, and Venus follows him into Libra on the 14th, and that goes into an even deeper, more personal part of your life and relationships. So this is a time where you really are looking at your relationships and what's working for you and what's not. And I think the universe wants you to really take some time with this. And it's also, it's going to create this huge shift with you in how you live your life, because if you stop hanging out with people that aren't good for you, or you set a boundary with someone, that raises your self-esteem and that improves your life. And it is a big shift. And perhaps maybe you've been tolerating too much. Maybe you've been patient too long with, say, someone that has just been taken advantage. And now, the full moon brings things to light, brings to conscious awareness where we need to shift and change. And Pluto's in that area of your goals, your hopes and wishes, and laser beaming in on the best path for you and the most correct approach for you to take. And that's why the universe is saying, trust your decisions. Trust your intuition. Don't go back and forth. Once you make a decision, maybe you decide to leave a relationship. Maybe you decide to not work with this client anymore because it's just too exhausting. Trust that. Tell the universe what you want in your life. Don't confuse the universe by saying, I don't want to work with this person anymore, and then you work with them again. That confuses the universe, because it just, when we say one thing and do another, the universe doesn't know what you want. And that's what the universe is asking you this month, Pisces, is what is it that you want in your relationships? We have to teach people how to treat us. So this is your month to let people know, this works or it doesn't work. And that's important. With Saturn stationing direct, it's business time. And it's time for you to focus on your goals and what you want to achieve for the rest of this year. And going into 2020, wow, we're going into a whole new decade. That's wild. And then we are working with this Jupiter-Neptune energy, which creates, a lot of misinformation and confusion, and where we can be really excited about something and it may not even be true. So be cautiously optimistic. But it's very important to stay present and factual. And then the sun enters Libra on the 23rd, and we have the fall equinox here in the northern hemisphere, and happy spring in the southern hemisphere, equal day, equal night. Here is another power day. It is shifting the seasons, and it's a day to set your intention for what you want to create until winter solstice, when it shifts again, or summer solstice, depending on where you are on the planet. And then you have the Libra new moon. Now, this is a very interesting new moon. And the sun and the moon are coupled together, but they have this awkward aspect coming from Uranus. Uranus is in the tightest aspect to them. Uranus is at 5 degrees, the sun and the moon are at 5 degrees. So with Uranus, the maverick, this is about changing your thinking, but this is also about trusting your intuition and setting boundaries with those that are not being respectful with you or supportive with you. This is about, with this the Libra new moon message is about, seeking out happy people in our life, seeking out positive relationships, peace and tranquility, and avoiding those that create conflict, avoiding those that are always negative, always criticizing, always complaining, or always right about everything. You don't need them in your life. You want to be with people that create the win-win. Libra is about creating the win-win. It's about equal giving and receiving, where everyone feels nourished and honored. Now, what's cool is Jupiter is in a very tight, because Jupiter's at 17 degrees and Venus is at 17 degrees, sextile, opportunity. So this is, your career is doing great. And there's no need for you to take action here with the career this month. This is about you playing the waiting game. Because your time will come over the next couple months where it's really important that you take action. Late November, December is where it will be time for you to take action in that area. Right now, it really is about you, what you need, your emotional needs, and physical, spiritual, mental needs to be happy, and relationships, what's going on with other people. And now, Uranus is asking for an adjustment in this area for you. So, this is where it's really important that you are listening to what you need and making the changes that are going to improve your life. Now, there can be this part of you that's just dreaming of far-off places to avoid the tough relationship issues that you need to be dealing with. So if you find yourself just, fantasizing about your own island or going to a foreign country, are we doing that so that we don't have to deal with the day-to-day challenges that are happening in our relationship area? So it's really important that you're not doing the dreaming to escape the relationship difficulties, but dealing with them. Because Chiron in Aries is opposing this moon. And so, for some of you, it could be where, the person has been a financial burden, or they're not being as respectful about finances as you'd like them to be. Maybe they spend too much. It could also, be about intimacy or sex. Maybe, that's not working. Like you don't have that chemistry. And, this new moon, it's a good new moon, but it is for some of us going to show us, okay, I've gone as far as I can go in this situation. Time to clear the decks. Because Saturn is challenging Venus. He's far enough distance away from the new moon itself. But as the moon separates and then the sun, they will cross over Saturn and then Pluto. And, Saturn, when he does that, challenges us to look at what's real and what's fantasy. Or what's real, and then Jupiter, Neptune, what's wishful thinking. Right? It's all going to just work out itself. No. It's really important that you are asking for what you want. And you can only do that if you know what it is you want. And so you're going through this process of determining what it is you want in relationship, and then building a new foundation. If you're being true to yourself and what's right for you, and you're listening, there's this protection from Jupiter. So you'll be shown exactly what it is that's right for you and appropriate for you. And that's why we really want to be listening here in September. And you'll be given the insight into how to fix the situation. And that's really, it's going to be very clear for all of us. This can be fixed, this can't be fixed. Some relationships, they've run their course and they just can't be fixed. Others can be fixed. Maybe it's a therapy, maybe getting therapy, couple counseling that helps to heal the relationship. Keep your mind open for new options that are presented as the month moves forward here in Libra and unfolds going into October. But don't do the what ifs, and don't go back and forth, make a decision, then unmake it. It's really important to trust that you can handle the consequences of your decisions, whatever those decisions are. Your career is doing great. And, you may find that, it's great with your partner. Maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member that you need a boundary with, that you need to draw the line with. That we're not going to do this dance anymore. We're not going to play this game anymore. And you've done the work in regards to your career over the past several months. So that's why you don't have to really take action in that area right now. It's really about you, what you need, relationships, deep intimacy, and what changes you can make so that you're really supporting yourself. So for those of you that are interested in a new relationship, there is a big focus there. And it can be bringing someone new. Maybe that's it too. You meet someone new, and that kind of changes things up. Where you meet this new person and you really like them and it's going really well, and you decide that you are done with the other person. And that creates this huge shift. So that could be it too for some of you, where you meet someone new that's good for you, and you like this person, and you decide to move out of whoever you're with into this new relationship. I think the most important thing is to be aware of what you want. What is it that you want? Focus on that. For those of you coupled, this is an important time to really look at what's happening and what it is you need to go forward. What's right for you. When you do what's right for you, it's going to be right for them. If you're not doing what's right for you, it's not going to be right for them either, because they can't line up with you if you're not in alignment with yourself. That's why it's about what you need, what's right for you. But if you're open, there's definitely room for positive change and new options to improve relationships. And that goes for professional ones and friends, all relationships. Comes down to what you want. Career looks fantastic. Career is great. Jupiter is just helping you out this year in that area. And it will continue. Even when he goes into Capricorn, it will bring greater prosperity. I'm not seeing any challenges to the money this month. No. Maybe there is some sort of adjustment that you're making at the end of the month, going into October. For some of you, might be eliminating debt or refinancing something. Or maybe there's an alternative source of income coming in for you here at the end of September going into October. That's also a potential where there's a new option of making money that comes your way. But it's not through earned income, it's through investments or royalty payout, tax payout, insurance payout, some sort of payout, or your partner's income. Maybe there's some sort of adjustment that happens for your partner is making more money, bringing in more money, which is very exciting. How is your health? Is there anything that you can do to improve your health? Spiritually, wow, this is, a very big spiritual month. Meditation is great on the 3rd with the sun coupled with Mercury. Then your full moon. Pisces is all about unity consciousness, compassion, the spiritual realm, metaphysical realities, intuition. And I like it because with Pluto the way he is positioned in your chart, you're going to see through any of the games people are playing. So people can be playing games and with the Jupiter-Neptune spinning their stories, but they're not going to get anywhere with it. No. And I really like that. And then another power day is the equinox, the 23rd. Set your intention for what you want to create in this new season. And then set your intention for what you want to create with the Libra new moon. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos, Pisces. You're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And until next time, do what's right for you. Take care of what you need. It's all about you. This is your time. It's your full moon. And when you do that, it's going to create this huge shift in how you live your life, which is awesome.